is Tsega. I'm a producer, CEO of All On Studios, and basically from Philadelphia. And, I've always been in music. My father, he's a musician. He had a group called Ragamuffins, we're Jamaican. So when I was about 8, I was called out on stage to play bongos in front of like 20,000 people. But that was the only really time I ever touched a musical instrument until a couple years ago. I touched the keyboard. I used to play the guitar, broke my finger. I had to move to something else. And when I went to Afghanistan, that's when I picked up the keyboard. Probably like a year and a half ago. So that's my background with that music.
Okay.
I just picked it up and I had a little 25 key keyboard. It's about this big. Every night I used to have my headphones on with my little computer and I just play with the keyboard just to find sound, because I know what sounds good. So just to find sounds, I just play around, and then I'll find 2 keys. Once I find 2 or 3 or 4 keys that match, I had a marker and I just mark it, like 1, 2, 3, and I just mark it. And then the next day, I know these keys go together. So I just played with it for a year, and then that's how I'm nowhere near where I can be, but I'm getting here, and I'm teaching myself. So I'm saying that.
So you said you broke your finger and so you couldn't play the guitar. What made you feel like you had to be doing something musically?
Music is my life, so I knew once I couldn't play the guitar no more, I wasn't gonna just sit there. I probably sat there for like a couple of weeks, and I was going crazy. So I had to pick something else up. And when I was younger, I see my dad. He played the keyboard, the guitar, and all that. So like I said, I know it sounds good. And then once the first time I put my hand on the keyboard, I said, yeah, I like it. Because it's kind of the guitar. The keyboard and the guitar are similar. They're real similar. Yeah, being from Philly, it's definitely different. So you're going to come out with Philly is more of they say brotherly love, but it's more calm. Like, there's not too much of that. The ABC beat making, that's what I call it. You got more strings, you got more actual instruments, guitars, keyboard, piano. You got more actual instruments to where down south. I love the down south beat, but I call it the ABC beat, where you just got like ding, 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 this, that, and the other. Yeah, but Philly definitely had an influence from my music, definitely. But being all over, because I went from Philly to Florida and then to Oklahoma, so I got a variety of things in me. So that's why my beats come out like the way they do. To tell you the truth, my mood really, it has a little bit to do with it, but it depends on the first key I push on my keyboard. That's what makes the mood. Like, I could be in a good mood, bad mood, but every time I get around my keyboard, my mood is always music. My keyboard, it already know what it wants to do, pretty much, and I'm just a puppet to the keyboard. You see what I'm saying? So it makes me make music. I always start with a clap, snare, hi-hat, snap. It's always a tempo, to get it started. And then once I get that down, then I go ahead and find my melody, what sound that I need, the sound that I'm looking for, and I just go and find it. Once I find it, the sound, play the melody, and everything else falls in place. Your drums, your hi-hats, your bongos, your everything, your strings, everything falls in. It depends on the kind of beat. Like I said, whichever way you feel like the beat is swinging, and that's the way you're gonna go.
What would you classify your sound? Like, some people have more of a dark sound, some people have more of a techno sound. What would you classify your sound as?
My sound is more music soul child. Like, my sound is more music, like music. Like, yeah, it's not a, I don't know how to explain
like soulful?
Yeah, it's more music. Like, it's definitely not an ABC beats that I don't do it. It's music, it's more music. These young kids say I got that old sound.
Gotcha,
you know what I'm saying? They say I got that old sound. There's only one, Ryan Leslie.
Okay.
Ryan Leslie is, he's a mastermind. Like, everybody say Timbaland, they might say Kanye. Pay attention to Ryan Leslie. Pay attention to what he do and the way he grew up in his music. And when he was 14, he was doing stuff for it, community, huge stuff. So Ryan Leslie definitely, that's my number one right there. Every time I'm feeling down, and sometimes I'm like, man, what I'm gonna do next? I just go to Ryan Leslie and just Google Ryan Leslie, go making the Addiction song. That's my favorite. I look at that about 1 million times. He probably got 6 million plays. I probably got 5 million on him. Just looking at him. Lyricists, like if you like Common, Most Def, them kind of guys, you know what I'm saying? Because they'll bring life to my beats. Like anybody could bring actual feeling and put a story to my beat. That's the kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like to work with. But Wiz Khalifa, I definitely like to work with him. When I make my beats, I don't like letting people hear beats that I already made, because anybody can make a beat, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, listen to this. I like to make the beat from scratch with the artist right there next to me, so we can both be on the same. You feed off me and I feed off of you. You see what I'm saying? So back when I first started, I had I call him a rap bunny. That was my friend's cousin, and he could just mumble anything or do anything when I'm making a beat, and it just pushes me. You know what I'm saying? It gives me that, you know what I'm saying, that power or whatever you want to call it to make the beat, the hottest beat that I can make. Because when you hear by yourself, I'm not a rapper, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm here by myself and I'm making a beat, I can't see myself putting words. I can't put words to the beat, so you know what I'm saying? But when you have somebody putting words to the beat while you're making it, then it just makes it that much better.
Do you think that would be like your specialty, more on a customized beats? That is my specialty. I customize it. It amazes people every time I do it. Right.
I just say, wow.
Have you ever heard a song done on one of your beats and kind of felt like it was a wasted beat, or they didn't do your beat justice?
Yeah, I did. And I had to record it. So it's like, you know. But, I mean, they say it's not about money, but in all actuality, you doing what you love to do, so you're never going to work a day in your life once you do what you love to do. And if somebody pays for a beat, you can't tell them. If he want to say ABC on your beat, you can't tell him throw D in there, because, you know what I'm saying, you can, because it's his beat, even though you made it. He bought the rights, it's his beat, so you can't do anything to it. So, yeah, definitely. I heard some bad things. I want readers and fans just know that music is my life. Like, I eat, sleep, and walk music. Music is everything.